Slightly different location this week, but let's get on with it. Back to politics. It still baffles me how Donald Trump is a serious contender for the presidency. It's just madness. The guy hates women, he hates mainly every single race going. He hasn't actually got any theories on how to save America other than winning. It's just boggles the mind. Meanwhile, over here we've got a government that decides to have yo mama type conversations with the opposition rather than dealing with the real problems that the country's going through. The NHS in particular is a service that needs protecting, and it looks like the people that are running things don't care, and something has to be done. I don't know what. There's the theory that whoever's in power are as bad as each other, but I'm trying to move away from that thought, because there has to be a solution, because without there being a solution, what's the point in carrying on? You might as well just hide under your duvets like a human type ostrich and just bury your head in the sand and not bother with anything. Politics affects everything that we do in our world. You know, how much we have to spend on things, and you know, having a roof over our heads and being able to remain healthy. I just don't know what's going on with the world, where you've got an elitist smug bot in charge of us and a potential nut job running America. I mean, where can we run to? Is there, you know, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, France? It's crazy. I just hope that something comes better from it all. What that will be, who knows. Anyway, in lighter news, let's talk about some films, yeah? Out this week is The Forest, a new horror starring Natalie Dormer. It takes place in Japan around a renowned forest that is used by people who intend to commit suicide. Natalie plays twin sisters. One of the twins, Jess, has gone into the forest supposedly to kill herself, and her other sister Sarah goes in search. It's a weird kind of film because it starts off quite interestingly, where it doesn't take a lot of time to set up the main story and get our heroine into the titular forest. What it does fall where it does fall down is all the very typical jump scares, the kind of the cattle prod moments. There isn't really any tension, it just does the standard kind of quiet boom, or you'll see a face and it'll suddenly go really ghostly. It's not a terrible film, it's not a great film, it's just really average. I think, you know, you will get a couple of jolts, as you would do with anything where something goes quiet bang, but it's just a waste opportunity. There's no reason for it to be set in Japan. It's not quite a J-horror type gig. Dormer is great. I really like her and everything she's doing. I think she's going to be one of these actresses who goes on to bigger and better things rather than just be a scream queen. It's a shame, is what I'm saying, really. I had hoped for more. I'm not a huge fan of horror as it is, but this was just very average at best. On limited release and available on demand is James White. It stars Christopher Abbott and Cynthia Nixon. It's about a young guy in his 20s who's a bit of a loser. He drinks and does a lot of drugs, and his father has just passed away. And while his mother is dealing with cancer, he can't quite face up to the real possibilities that he will have to be living the rest of his life without any parents. It's a very moody drama. It's written and directed by Josh Mond, it's his first debut as a feature film director. He's been a producer for some very interesting films in the past, and it's not going to be it's an acquired taste drama. It's slow, it's very talky. The acting is superb. Cynthia Nixon in particular is great as a cancer riddled mother who's on a very steady but horrible decline in health. Meanwhile, Christopher Abbott is great. He's kind of like a likeable, more charming Seth Rogen, without that stupid laugh as well. I think he's going to be one of these actors who's definitely going to be worth keeping an eye on, because he's got the range of a leading man, and this is a very small, almost like an independent type movie, but it's definitely worth seeking out. It's not a cheerful movie by any stretch, but it's a very powerful movie, and it's about real emotions, which is quite a departure from a lot of the films currently doing the rounds at the cinema. Okay, so that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. The usual request to like, share and subscribe, as it's always nice to be nice. You can follow me on Twitter at My So-Called Brain. I've got a Facebook page, and a link to my blog should be below, and it will be at the end of the credits as well. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time, laters.